Famcast Media, bitch.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, persons of all ages, welcome to the most exclusive group in the wrestling community. And now, your hosts, first, from Omaha, Puerto Rico, Macho Rodriguez, and his tag team partner from Moncton, New Brunswick, Canada, God's gift, Tyler Taylor! Mi gente, ¿cómo estamos hoy? Tyler, how you doing today, brother?
I'm excited. I'm ready to do this.
Absolutely. I love your name, the Booker Man. I love it because what we're doing today is something we hope catches on as a trend. It is something Tyler and I have been talking about for a very long time, and we're very excited to do it. It is our first annual Create a Card. Tyler, how excited are you about this Create a Card here?
I'm pretty excited, and I'm hoping it's a whole lot more frequent than annual. I would say I like to do this once a month, maybe.
Yes. So, Tyler, do you want to tell the people what this actually is, what Create a Card means?
Yes. Okay. So we've always talked about we want to review we were going to review one match, and you came on tonight and we were talking, and you said you want to do a full show, and we couldn't really necessarily pick a show. So what we did was we went and decided that we would make our own card and try to structure it similarly to a actual wrestling card. So what we've got is we got an opening match, which is do we want to run through the matches?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's run through our pay-per-view, our own pay-per-view, but without paying, obviously, guys.
Or viewing.
Yeah, pretty much.
We're gonna view it. You guys can view it as well if you have Peacock. We've got the opening matches for the WCW Cruiserweight title. It's Eddie Guerrero defending. I believe he's defending. Is he the champion going in?
I don't remember, honestly. I didn't see a belt on either man in the entrance, but
okay,
I could be wrong.
It is Eddie Guerrero versus Chris Jericho for the WCW Cruiserweight title. Underrated classic from Fall Brawl '97. Everyone remembers Eddie and Ray from Halloween Havoc. But this one, for my money, is just as good. You may have seen it on the Chris Jericho DVD. I believe it's called Breaking the Code.
Nice. That's a good DVD.
It is a good one.
Yeah.
So from there, we're gonna go to Monday Night Raw. One of the I believe it's the third episode.
Third episode of Monday Night Raw. Yep.
Ric Flair versus Mr. Perfect in a loser leaves town match.
Yeah. This is gonna be a good show. What a great hot start. We have 4 phenomenal in-ring performances to start our show. This is gonna be, we're doing kind of our own Wrestle Dream. Okay.
Yeah. And then we're gonna go to 1993, getting a little play on this show, as does 97. King of the Ring 93. Bret the Hitman Hart in the finals. Bret the Hitman Hart taking on Bam Bam Bigelow. Arguably the greatest wrestler of all time against, I don't know what argument you could possibly have for anybody else, but the greatest big man of all time.
Absolutely agree. 1000% agree. Bam Bam Bigelow is the greatest big man of all time.
From there, we're going to go to a Raw from 1997. It's Shawn Michaels' return from his, the knee injury that caused him to miss WrestleMania 13. It's Shawn and Stone Cold versus Bulldog and Owen for the WWF Tag Team Championships.
Yeah. Great match. Looking forward to watching that as well. Once again, we got 6 or 8 phenomenal performers right out the gate.
And then in our main event of the evening, as chosen by Lewis, do you want to go ahead and then tell the people what we got?
Yes. So in April of 1999, Diamond Dallas Page was the world heavyweight champion of WCW. And we got to see him, Diamond Dallas Page, defend the title against Sting in what it is my personal favorite Sting match ever. I'm looking forward to rewatching this match with you guys. I think it is going to be one of the most phenomenal pay-per-view structures that we've ever come up with. Every single performer on our card, they were all different. There isn't a single guy that you can attach to the next guy. If you had to attach two because they've done it themselves, you could possibly say that Jericho and HBK are pretty similar, especially this version of Chris Jericho. But other than that, it's all different performers. We got big men, we've got brawlers, we've got technical wrestling, we have just phenomenal athletes such as Mr. Perfect. We have amazing sellers like Ric Flair. We wanted to structure a card for you that would be so amazing that it would make you wanting, it would leave you wanting more. And that's exactly what we're doing. We wanted to make sure that our first show was strategic enough to get you excited. We are going to be doing different versions of this show. Like me and Tyler, we already booked the next show, which is going to be a 5-card create-a card of one special wrestler, but we're going to leave that there, and we're just going to jump right into this. We're not going to tell you who the wrestler is. You'll just have to wait for the next episode. So, Tyler, how about we go to Raw?
No.
How about we go to Fall Brawl? Which is, if you guys want to watch along with us, we're gonna take a little bit of time, like 30 seconds, to actually get it started, and we're gonna tell you right now. So it's WCW Fall Brawl on Peacock, and it's season 5. This is the way that they have wrestling structured on the show. It's season 5, episode 1, and the minute mark is actually, if I press play here, and I will pause it real quick to let Tyler catch up to get to that spot. The play here is 3 minutes and what is it, Tyler? 3 minutes and 8 seconds that you have there?
Right now I'm at 3 minutes and 28 seconds, maybe 26. You'll see Eddie Guerrero walking to the ring.
All right. So here we go, guys. We are excited, and watch this with us, and let's do it. So we're pressing play. You ready, Tyler? You press play?
Yep.
All right. So here we go. It is Fall Brawl. They got the double ring set up. And this is very exciting. For copyright purposes, guys, we are not going to be watching the matches we're watching them in the luxury of our own homes, and we told you to get on Peacock, but we're not going to show anything on our actual streaming here. We're just going to watch them. We're going to talk about these matches, tell you what we know about these superstars, and, just kind of give our insights in what it's like to watch these. But so Chris Jericho actually is the Cruiserweight champion. I love
Jericho's champion
that he's rocking right now. It's a pretty solid. Look how young Chris Jericho looks, man. Holy crap. What do you think, man?
He would have been great. Yeah, he would have been 27, maybe.
Damn, he looks great for 27.
Because he was 19 when he started in 1990, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he'd be about 26.
Yeah. Look at a different version of Eddie Guerrero. He just looks so much smaller than he did in WWE.
I don't know if I've told this story. I know I've told you, but I don't know if I've told the story on the podcast. The Radicals went to try to go to WWE, and Bruce Pritchard was trying to sell Vince McMahon on Eddie Guerrero, and Vince was like, "But he's so tiny."
Mm.
So that's what Vince McMahon's first impression of one of the greatest performers of all time.
Yeah, because he wound up loving Eddie too.
How could you not?
Yeah, look at Eddie rocking the Dominic Mysterio mullet, man. Just amazing.
Rocking the mullet.
Mutton chops. Yeah, you got the mutton chops on Chris Jericho. I mean, this is such a good match because this version of Chris Jericho is not too far from the Super J Cup Jericho.
No, this is less than 2 years from that. Eddie slides out of the ring, immediately covers his ears.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Oh, he's so good. The little things.
Yeah. What a great performer he was, man. I mean, it just was special. just absolutely special. I mean, I'm looking at like the skill set in which they're doing this, like the way that Jericho's got a little bruise there under his left arm. I didn't realize that there next to his pec. I wonder. I love the look of a professional wrestler. And I don't mean that like the body guys. Like I like guys that take care of their stuff, like they wear tights, they wear wrestling boots, or like Jericho, like the rocking like the kick pads, which was kind of innovative at the time because not a lot of people wore kick pads back then, right? Not like regular wrestlers like him. Like, yeah, I know like Aldo Montoya, the Portuguese man of war, he wore stuff like that. But not a lot of other wrestlers wore kick pads like that.
Did Shawn have them back then? Like,
No.
remember Chris was that's someone he was influenced by, and I know a lot. I know he wore like sometimes wore like biker boots,
Yeah.
like motorcycle
I think the only
boots.
guy who took the biker boots thing was Dolph Ziggler. He was more so like, I'm gonna use the biker boots, and he used them his entire career.
Yeah. I think Shawn used them for a brief period of time, like in this era.
Mm-hmm.
When he was, babyface.
Just
I love these guys. Just they're taking their time. They're getting the crowd into it. The psychology.
I know. I'm just watching Eddie be like a technical master, and it's almost like people forgot that he was a just all around great professional wrestler.
And then he just yanks the hair.
Yeah, it's just so amazing to watch them. And my God, young Eddie, he bumped his ass off, man. Just the way he did stuff.
And what's crazy is like and this is less than a year from Eddie had won the U.S. title tournament the year before when Flair got hurt and they had to have a tournament. Eddie beat DDP in the final, and he was a little. At least he looked because he had that white singlet with the.
That's the one that's on the WCW Undergame and stuff.
He seemed a little chunky, and like he seems like he's leaned out a ton since then, and it's less than a year.
Yeah, Eddie was constantly working on his look, man. God,
yeah,
those chops.
I wonder why, and I mean maybe it's just because of how soon he, or prematurely he left us. I just feel like he should be in the GOAT conversation.
Eddie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. He's definitely one of those guys that people should be talking about more.
I mean, shit, both of them, honestly, but Eddie's the one that doesn't get ever discussed, and I just don't get it because there was nothing that man could not do phenomenally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, agreed.
And on either side of the coin, he could be a heel or babyface and still just be, man, as good as anyone.
It's amazing how this style of wrestling has just kind of disappeared. Like they're not even doing any high flying moves yet. This is it's a cruiserweight match, and they're just working.
Yeah, I don't remember what it is about this match that I know there's some stuff later that made me, at least the first time I saw it, go, wow. So I've always loved this match, but I mean, just right now, just solid psychology, Jericho right now working over the arm, grinding his boot against his face at the same time.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing to watch. I'm just watching this, like watching the way Eddie is just fighting his way through this arm hold, and he continuously just gets up and up, only to be brought right back down. I mean, I don't think this is what Eric Bischoff had in mind when he was talking about cruiserweights and stuff like that, but my God.
And actually, I do want to shout out the referee in this match. It's Mark Curtis, who is his real name is Brian Hildebrand. Is a good friend of both of these guys. If you've ever read Chris's book or any of Mick Foley's, they're really close from the when those guys worked in Smoky Mountain Wrestling. He unfortunately passed away in 1999 from stomach cancer.
Oh, that's terrible, man. That's terrible.
He's a very popular guy, though. They had a tribute show, and he was for him, and while he was still alive, he was strong enough to referee one match, I believe, and it was Eddie and Chris against Malenko and Benoit.
Wow.
Because those were his guys. And Eddie gave him the Black Tiger mask as a gift after the show.
Wow. I really hope we get to the point now where like Shawn Guerrero or Vicky gives that Black Tiger mask to Sasha, because I feel like Mercedes. Cause I feel like if she wore like the Black Tiger mask as like if she was like the next Black Tiger in Japan, my God, would that be phenomenal?
That would be so great. I'd love that so much.
This is so amazing to watch, man. To just see the style and performance and what these people are doing, like to just watch Eddie and Chris, and they are just doing nothing but classic technical wrestling. That's all we're watching right now. It's just working a body part, But what I love about this match so far is the fact that Eddie is having his arm worked on, but every chance he gets, he tries to do the same thing to Chris.
Right, and he had him down there a little while ago while I was talking about Brian Hildebrand, and just being heelish, just feet on the ropes, just for a little extra, just a little extra.
So when I trained, right, I remember guys like Magic and like Little Dixie and stuff. They would tell me that spot that you just saw with Guerrero, like he bounces just to give a drop kick. He said that's how you know a guy was trained old school, because they would always use the ropes as momentum for everything. We would see it in constant guys like Scott Steiner, where a guy would be down on the ground like on all fours. Scott would just go back to the ropes. He would bounce off the ropes, just like use his back, and they would just come out and then just give him like a little head kick. So there's no reason for the ropes, but it actually makes sense psychology wise in the ring. And I always thought about that. So whenever I see an old school guy do that, I know that now. Ooh. Some of these submissions, man. I remember when I used to do backyard wrestling, I would try to like dress like I remember my gear was very similar to like Just Incredible. I wore like the cutoff jeans, the black tights under, the Magnum boots, and then I'd have like the cutoff t-shirt.
Yeah. So when you did that, was that like you guys hitting each other with like the light bulbs, or
No. We didn't do that. We thought we were technical wrestlers wrestling on mattresses, bro.
Okay.
Like we were never that hardcore. We wanted to be a different version. We were hoping that like we'd get picked up,
You know who else did that to get their start? You're not gonna like me compared to them all.
The Young Bucks.
That's who I was gonna say.
Yeah.
They're the ring in their backyard.
Yeah, bunch of rich kids. Nah, we used to go to we would just like walk around Bayonne, and then we'd see mattresses like on the street, and we'd pick those mattresses up and take them to the park.
Yeah, I don't know if they were rich, because like I don't think they started out doing that, and then they were like, their dad saw like somebody got hurt, and their dad was just like, look, I'm just gonna build you a ring.
I always love this version of a Dragon Sleeper.
Okay, see right now I'm in a so it's like goes from like a surfboard into the I think you're just a few seconds ahead.
Oh, I pressed play right when you did, but that's fine. We're not that far off from each other. Like, God, look at Jericho's facial expressions. He looks like he's writhing in pain, man. I love it. He's just really pumping it out.
I mean, to be fair, that looks like it really hurts.
I'm sure it hurts his legs more than anything else.
I went to school with a guy, and wrestling was really popular. Like it would be like probably the spring of like '99, and he came up with this finishing maneuver. He called it the chinner.
Ooh!
And he would like get a hold of. He would like get a hold of your arms, and like just push his chin into your back.
Oh!
And you would be surprised how much that hurts.
I believe it. That was actually something we did in collegiate wrestling. Not like that, though, from the front.
So, yeah, it's pretty similar to what Eddie's doing now, except you use your chin. And I remember the only way to break it, like, obviously would be like to do the elbow to the midsection. And one time he had me in it real good, and I just threw the elbow, like elbowed him right in the nuts. He's like, I think you knocked the equator off the map. Shout out Peter McLeod. I don't really know I don't know what he's up to these days, but doubt he's listening to the podcast, but you know.
I gotta say, man, usually Eddie's the one who bumps his ass off, but he gave a lot of work to Eddie in this. Like Jericho gave a lot of work to Eddie in this. He's taken a lot of this punishment.
This appears like it's going to hurt. I don't know. Maybe he's just going to do a submission.
I mean, that's how you put the vertebreaker on.
Yeah.
That was Homicide's finisher, too.
For my next trick, I will put your balls on the back of my head.
Just dropped him on his face. God.
Ooh, yeah. He sure did.
Oh, man. Oh. Holy shit. That chop by Chris Jericho, you saw the sweat come off Eddie's chest. Wow. Oh, my God. Hopefully nobody takes my laugh and makes it like the next Kawhi Leonard thing. That was a pretty weird laugh.
Yeah, well, you won an NBA title that year, so, you know.
Yeah. I'm a real fun guy. You just got to ask me questions. I don't even know where you are. I remember that. Oh, man. I always loved Jericho's springboard dropkick. I thought it was so cool.
Yeah, there it is.
See, at this point in the match here in 2023, Jericho would have given him a Canadian destroyer to the outside,
which no one would sell, and then
this crowd is into this match.
Oh, so sad that move has become like a clothesline.
Well, you know. When Red created it, I'm sure he thought it was going to be a finishing move, and then Petey Williams decided to make it his finisher, and then it was like the hottest move in professional wrestling, and then the late Ring of Honor, I guess they're still going, so it's really hard to say, but like late or early, but I don't know. Those guys
Ring of Honor version 1.
Yeah, they ruined it. Oh my God! Holy shit! Oh my God! If Brock Lesnar did that to somebody right now, he would.
Oh my God!
Holy shit, man!
Not sure how safe that move was.
Oh. Wow, Eddie just took, if you're wondering what move it is that me and Tyler just saw, Eddie just took a phenomenal German suplex. Like it was a throwaway German suplex. Well, then, didn't expect that from Eddie Guerrero. A nice Saito bomb. I love that.
That wasn't a Uranagi?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Uranagi, that's right.
Who's a Nagi? Uranagi.
I love it. Just the way he just gives us one of these.
Eddie Guerrero just out here rock bottoming people.
Yeah. Dude, how amazing is it that we can only tell whether somebody's going to land a power slam only when Randy does it?
Have
You know
you
what I mean?
seen have you seen the TikTok where Randy Orton's at some high school like volleyball game and the one kid just RKO's the other kid out of nowhere. He's like, "Hey Randy." And he
Yeah.
just RKO, yeah. And Randy's just laughing in the crowd.
Yeah.
I'm glad
Randy's
that dude's living his best life now. Like
absolutely. He met the
he
woman of his dreams. He has
went
great
through a lot
children. He's
of
excited. Mm.
rough years there.
Oh, amazing, bro. Ooh, La Magistral. He countered it. Oh, that move was
Chris
so
loves
popular back in the day.
Chris loves it.
Oh,
Talks about wow. Yeah, he talks about it in his book, teaching it to Bret Hart. And Bret uses it to beat Bulldog at in your house seasons beatings.
how many people could say they taught Bret Hart something?
Yeah, he was like, because he said like in the same day Vince like jobbed him out. Like when he went to talk to him, he was like, "What I did," he said, the WWF champion his new pay per view finishing move. So because
Wow.
he's backstage, they're doing like a show in Calgary. And he's backstage, and Bret's like, "You worked in Mexico. They do a lot of fancy roll ups or whatever." Um, Eddie with the win with the frog splash.
Absolutely. What an amazing match that was. A reversal. The finish of the match is a reversal to the superplex, and for Eddie to just land on him. And Jericho looks obviously knocked out. Eddie goes on the ropes and gives that picture perfect frog splash. Guys, that was such a phenomenal ending of the match. Let us know in comments. Let us know if you think that this was a great match. We love it. And we'll be right back with match number 2. All right, guys. Well, we are ready for match number 2 of our creative card. And this one hails from the 3rd episode ever of Monday Night Raw. And it is a loser leaves town match with Ric Flair versus Mr. Perfect. This match is from season 1, episode 3 of Monday Night Raw. And it is at the 23-minute and 25-second mark. If you want to start watching it with us, we'll give you about a couple seconds to get your stuff together. You can pause us because we're pre-recording this. And Tyler, you ready to press play?
Let's do it.
There we go. Look at this. Look at this robe Ric Flair comes out with. Just amazing. Just like with the feathers and everything.
Yeah, it was one of the wrestlers' wives made his robes for him.
Just amazing.
Until she got sick and couldn't do it anymore. But that was the story he tells in his book.
Look at Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Yeah,
That's the man right there.
that is the man. God rest his soul.
Unbelievable.
He's probably up there enjoying this with us right now.
Yes, sir. He's probably like, oh, these guys are over here watching this right now. And he's probably trolling us, probably making fun of us too. And here he is, Mr. Perfect. Oh my God. Just a classic like turquoise and black singlet. Oh man, I loved it. Spit the gum out. Mr. Perfect is like, he's number 10 on my top 10 favorite wrestlers ever list. I absolutely love him, man. I feel like it's never talked about. Can you find me a bad Mr. Perfect match? You think you could do that?
I'm sure that he probably had some with like Warrior or
Doubt it. Warrior wasn't as bad as people say he is. It's so strange to me when people say stuff like that. As our friend of the show, D, he likes to call him one of the Minnesota boys with him and Rick Rude. I guess they grew up friends together. But my God, just Mr. Perfect is it just his. This I want to go back to this. Just wrestlers looking like Oh my God, what a slap! Just the way
They're
Ric
actually
Flair's.
they're actually both Minnesota boys.
No Flair
Sorry.
too.
Yeah, he grew up in Minnesota, went to the University of Minnesota for a minute, and trained with Vern Gagne.
Well, there you go. Just watching Mr. Perfect. Like, what do you think he's at this moment? What do you think's running through his mind? I'm about to go over on Ric Flair. What is that? Like, I feel like that matters more back in the day more than it mattered today. Look at this. Look at this. Ah, just his little hop around the ring.
Doing a little strut, fix the hair thing. Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. That would, for a wrestler in that day and age, it would have to be one of the ultimate honors.
Yes. I gotta say, I always loved the vignettes with Mr. Perfect. The way he throw the football to himself. He would always sink the basket. Just unbelievable.
Yeah, man. Never missed. Bruce Prichard claims they did all that in one take, so I'm not sure how sarcastic we're being.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he doesn't really kayfabe a whole lot. I'm pretty sure that's just he thinks he's being funny.
I love how people don't really think Ric Flair's a good worker, and then we watch matches like this, and we're watching him hold for hold, reversal for reversal. He just knows. Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah, man.
Oof.
The match with Savage at Mania 8 is just one of my favorites.
Chops. Here we go. Here we go. Classic. Just the drop. Just the belly flop. You know how many times I did that? That actually doesn't hurt at all. That's such a good thing. That's one of the first
seems
things
like it really would. I wouldn't
Yeah.
want to do it. I'd be scared.
The motor Ric Flair had. This guy was like a classic car, man. Could just run forever. I love it. Just won't even allow each other to like lock up. Perfect realizes, and then he just kind of stops. Oh, here we go. Wow. Little segment there. Got a little segment there. Got a headlock takeover. Trapped him with his legs, only for Flair to pop out, jump up, and they get the clap. Oh, now you know it's serious. Mr. Perfect took part of his singlet off. Now you know.
Yeah, it's just like when Kurt Angle puts straps down.
Yeah. Oh. Love it. Love it.
It's actually kind of interesting.
Oh, nice jab.
Not sure who stole that move for the putting the strap down. I'm not sure who stole it from who, whether it was Perfect taking it from Lawler or Lawler taking it from Perfect.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I know they worked together during the 80s. And,
Lawler's another phenomenal wrestler people don't talk about.
Yeah, I never realized it until a couple years ago. I saw one of his matches and I was like, this guy could go.
Dude, Mr. Perfect looks so different. Look at this chair shot with this random like dinner chair.
Well, they are in a ballroom.
Ooh, we got one of the Hebner boys pushing Ric Flair.
Yeah, I do have an ad currently.
Oh no, I'll pause it. All right, let me know when your ad is done. What do you think so far of this match, man?
It's just really fun. Just two guys, two of the greatest. Just going out there and tearing it down.
Hell yeah.
So I was about 15 seconds into it when probably when you paused.
Okay. That's all right. We'll let people catch up. Some people just got the $6 Peacock. Some people got $10. I can't really change mine. Mine I pay yearly for it. It's so
yeah.
I do hate that like you had to add to $5 if you wanted to watch premium like the pay-per-view matches though.
Okay, so we're back and Ric Flair's showing his ass.
And we're moving. All right. Just unbelievable. Just the way these guys are performing. Like you could tell, like everybody thought Ric Flair was like this chubby little guy, but he wasn't, man. Oh my God. What the hell? Perfect.
Up and over. That was not graceful.
Oh my God. That's two spots where Mr. Perfect is taking bumps to the outside where I thought to myself, holy shit, man.
Yeah, I think it was you that said I think you said earlier in this match about the motor from Ric Flair, like the cardio that man had, he could go for hours.
I'm sure lots of ladies agree with you.
Well, hey now.
I love this. My dad, when I was younger, my dad actually taught me how to punch like Ric Flair. I do it to Arthur every now and then. I put him in a headlock, and then he thinks I'm punching him, but really I'm just slapping my forearm on my side. Just so good. It looks brutal, but then what the hell kind of bump was that?
I don't know, but he's busted open.
Oh my God, Mr. Perfect takes he just like gets thrown to the corner, and for some reason he just decides to front flip. God, Mr. Perfect
it's like a car that hits a wall and just
yeah, just unbelievable. Look at Ric Flair with the classic heel tactic. Got his shin on Perfect's neck. God, I missed that style.
Oh my God, yeah.
This is unbelievable, man.
This is so good.
Oh, the knee, the shin to the forehead. Oh, what a great forearm to. Bam, man.
I
love it.
After this match, not to spoil the ending, but I'm gonna spoil the ending.
Okay.
Or do we want to wait?
Oh, it doesn't matter. The match isn't over yet, so
something somebody said. To the loser.
Okay. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna like give you sound or anything. So yeah, if you want to spoil that, just say it.
Yeah. So Flair loses because he's going back to WCW here, and after he loses, Ole Anderson's like, "I'm not sure what I can do with you now that you put over Hennig on national TV." Like as if like, what? Oh, I don't know what I can do with Ric Flair. Like, come on, guy.
What the fuck is that? That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Now that you put over Kurt Hennig, what the hell? Man,
well, it's the same as
ridiculous.
It's the same as remember when Jericho lost to Cena at SummerSlam, and that was supposed to be his
goodbye.
And Vince calls him up, and everyone but Vince called him.
Yeah,
it was like you need to be at Raw, and Chris was insulted because Vince didn't call himself. And so finally Vince calls him. He's like, "Why aren't you? What's this I hear about you not coming to Raw? Do you have some kayfabe deal in Japan where you can't do any jobs?" Jericho's just like, "What?" He's like, "No, I just wasn't going to let your secretary fucking tell me to come to TV when I don't work there anymore."
Yeah. Well, he was told that he was done after the pay-per-view.
Yeah, they said.
I didn't really understand the purpose of the next night.
I don't know other than to have a better match than they had at the pay-per-view.
I guess.
But the pay-per-view match was really good, but I think the match on Raw is better.
Oof, atomic drop, the way he sells it. Those punches, man. Punches are what's missing in professional wrestling today. Nobody punches anymore.
You've mentioned that.
Just nobody does it, man. That's the God.
It's a terrible roll-up.
Oh my God.
I don't know who we can blame on that one, but it wasn't good.
No, it was as bad as the '97 SummerSlam one. God.
Yeah,
And at least in that one, a guy's neck was broken.
yeah. Nobody's even paralyzed here. We're just
Yeah. Love it.
I honestly I just wish Ric Flair, when he lost to Shawn in his retirement match, would have just gone into retirement, and we never heard from him again.
Oh, you're such a dick. Why?
Why?
There we go. Off the rope with a sleeper, baby. Yeah.
Is there any legacy left to protect at this point?
What are you talking about? Yeah, he's still considered a GOAT by many. Like Steve Austin calls him a GOAT, Shawn calls him a GOAT, Sting calls him a GOAT, Taker calls him a GOAT.
My point is, he's hurt his legacy several times in several different ways.
I suppose. I don't know. I don't really look at it that way. I think
like I said, I wish we just hadn't even heard about between Dark Side of the Ring and the million comebacks that just look worse each time.
Yeah, can't really defend those. I'm not going to try to do that here on our podcast, but I will say, as I'm rocking my Lion King shirt, hopefully Disney doesn't sue us for copyright infringement. But yeah, I can't really defend those. That's just finding out what we found out about in Dark Side of the Ring and all that. But hey, fun fact about Ric Flair: do you know why his knee pads are around his boots instead of his knees?
I don't remember.
Because his legs were so skinny, he wanted to hide that.
Oh, okay.
So, and then it just became a look. It was iconic. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I knew that or not. Yeah, and since we went there, I'll touch on the Dark Side of the Ring. I think that's just something that Ric Flair's always has done his whole life, and people thought it was funny. Even the people that he did it to, when he was Ric Flair. Mm-hmm. But at that point, he's an old man, and nobody wants to see that.
Yeah, I suppose.
And he doesn't just realize, and he just doesn't realize it. I don't know. I'm not going to defend it, but I don't know that they would. I don't know that he meant harm from it. He just needs to realize that today you can't do that.
Yeah, it's. I mean, he's an old school cat, and it's as I've learned from being a butcher for 2 decades. Can't teach an old dog new tricks. They just refuse to learn. People don't want to progress at times, and not to sound like a hipster or like a woke guy, but certain things in life you have to be able to eliminate. I'm not sitting here saying you have to, you have to be able to adapt. Yeah. Just like Gunny Highway used to say in my favorite war film ever, Heartbreak Ridge, you adapt, you overcome, you improvise. And, some people can't do it. You should watch that movie, by the way. Phenomenal movie. It's from the 80s.
Oh, here's Flair with the...
Yeah, look at this.
It's not even the bottom rope either. It's the top one.
Yeah, he's trying to get that extra leverage, man.
Not something you see every day.
I love it. The way Ric Flair, if you look at this move here, the way Ric Flair is protecting, a Henning's leg here is just so nice. If you notice that they're leaned over to the side, to the long leg, that's a way to keep the actual back of your leg off of the shin, so it doesn't hurt as much. When you lay flatter for a figure 4, it hurts more. I don't know. I never understood why would Ric Flair break the hold here? Oh, are we gonna get it? Are we gonna get it? Are we gonna get it? Oh, we didn't get it.
Well,
that was a spot with him and Bret. Then Bret would kick his leg out whenever he'd mess him up, and he would just flip. Man, this match. This has no business being this good, man.
No, I mean...
Here we go. Classic Flair.
Yeah.
The fact that Flair like always wanted to take this spot in the match says so much about him. Oh my god. Oh, think about this match. This match went through 2 commercial breaks, guys. 2.
And I have an ad.
Yep, during a commercial break, I had a feeling. Yeah, man, this match is a really good like. If any wrestling fans want to watch old school wrestling and you're afraid that you're gonna watch like Gorgeous George versus Anthony LaRocca or something like that, just where it's really like clunky and they're just like really hitting each other as hard as they can, like the Stu Hart type of stuff. Just go back and watch this type of match because this was classic right here. There's so many great athletes back in the day, like Ravishing Rick Rude, Mr. Perfect, Erwin R. Shyster, also known as Mike Rotunda. These guys were phenomenal performers, and nobody ever noticed this back in the day. They were never considered like top guys. Another underrated performer. If you guys want to go back into history and watch, like Barry Windham, unbelievable man, just killer.
Yeah. Barry's
Early
phenomenal.
Arn Anderson, my God, like you see these guys now, and you're just like, all right, are they that good? Yes, they were that good, guys. They were. These are guys we grew up with.
Yeah, Barry Windham's phenomenal, and I know Flair is a huge fan of Barry.
As he should be.
When he left WCW and they wanted him to drop that strap. When they ended up, oh man,
motherfucker! You got to tell me when you press play. We're watching this.
I said, and we're back.
Oh my God! What a cock ass you are! I'm sitting here trying to watch this with you. I'm trying to get my snacks ready. I'm just like, there you go, people.
Said, and we're back. Like I don't know what the fuck else you want from me.
Oh my God! Here we go. Now we're arguing here for the people. Got some good snacks if you like those cereal bars. I'm a big fan about to eat one of these Lucky Charms bars.
Oh, so,
yeah, General Mills, if you want to sponsor us, we're down. We'll take that sponsorship.
I got some Lay's over there, but I just can't reach them.
Oh.
And I actually got some nachos too. I was gonna have those for dinner, but
look at how good that look, guys. That looks so good. It's a Rice Krispie treat, and it has Lucky Charms in it, and then it's got like the cream in the back.
Oh yeah. I like the ones, what is it, Nature Valley, where they they got the almonds and the same thing on the bottom, the cream.
Yeah. Those are my golf snacks.
I'm a big fan of the almonds.
Yeah. This is so good, man. You can see that he's nailing them on the blood there. And what a fucking phenomenal match. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be cursing as much as we're cursing, but this match is bringing out all the feels that me and Tyler were really excited to do this for you guys. I got to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at the nose cell, baby.
Yes, now playing the role of Hulk Hogan.
Do me a favor. Pick up your right hand and slap yourself in the face for that.
You know what I mean, though? Like, he was essentially hulking up.
Yeah. Just unbelievable.
Oh. If you're not watching.
Oh, my God.
Flair just got whipped into the turnbuckle, went up and over, ran full speed, jumped up on the top rope, jumped off, and Perfect hit, swatted him out of the air.
I love it. What a great spot.
I think Earl Hebner just counted to 40, but
I love how Ric Flair was able to do this. He was able to add these little moments in matches. Like here they are. They've been going for almost 20 minutes now. They're the main event. This show it started at the what was it? Is it the 23-minute mark? It started at the 23-minute mark. We're 42 minutes in now. It's a 45-minute Raw because we don't get to see the commercials from back in the day, which I think would be kind of cool.
That would be amazing.
Yeah. Oh, we got it, baby.
Yeah. That was so good.
Perfect with the perfect plex. Guys, What a phenomenal match. Look at how crazy the crowd is going. You can look at the elation on Mr. Perfect. He knows they just tore the house down.
They
That is
really,
phenomenal.
really did.
Oh my god. I didn't want to rank these matches as we're watching them, right? But I feel like so far this is number one. like, out of the five
definitely.
matches we picked, this is I'm gonna give this a 5 empanadas right here, guys. This is
But
amazing.
I do believe both of them like would not have been out of place on Raw or Dynamite today.
No. Oh my god. Just amazing. If only Joe Henning was like a fraction of his dad, I feel like he would be a world champion.
Yeah, if only he had an ounce of charisma.
I mean, the ring, he's phenomenal though. We're not.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Sure.
Well, we're gonna give you a chance here to break here as Mr. Perfect raises his arms at the end of this, and we're gonna we'll be right back with match number 3 on the thing.
Okay.
All right, guys, we are back, and now we're headed to the same year, but we're going to the King of the Ring, and we're going to the finals of the King of the Ring, which is Bret the Hitman Hart against Bam Bam Bigelow. Guys, this match is so underrated. It's never talked about. It is by far the greatest King of the Ring match ever. And as we start, it is season 1, episode 1. And Tyler, what was the minute mark again you were at?
2:17:37.
There you go. Ready? Play.
Right.
Guys, just like look at the aura, the presence that Bam Bam Bigelow just comes out with. He just looks so mean. It's so amazing. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen his biography special, but like, man, he was loved by so many people.
Yeah. They did a biography?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
really good.
I knew there was
It's
a
free
dark
on
side of the
YouTube if
ring.
you watch it. If you want to watch, it's free on YouTube.
Fun fact about Bam Bam Bigelow: he basically was Paul Heyman's start in the wrestling business.
Really?
Heyman promoted his debut match at the New York City nightclub Studio 54, which Heyman was managing at the time.
That's crazy. Yeah, you've said that before on here. All right, the greatest theme song of all time right here, guys. Bret the Hitman Hart.
It is up there. Yeah.
Yup. Unbelievable. I got to tell you, though, like, Bam Bam Bigelow, did you know he grew up with Diamond Dallas Page?
I don't know that I knew that. I knew they're both Jersey guys, but
Yeah. I mean, he is absolutely one of the greatest performers ever. I mean, look at Bret the Hitman Hart as I'm rocking my pink and black cup here, guys. Bret Hart.
the pink headphones.
Love it. That's right, baby. And he's rocking the Toronto Maple Leaf shirt there. Bret the Hitman Hart was just so great in the ring. As we're watching this match, as phenomenal, just look at the way he dives, bro. Like, come on. You should not be able to move like that big. Oh, that's nuts. But
I'm pretty sure that's what I think if he was running at me too. Like,
yeah,
fuck,
yeah.
he shouldn't be able to move like that.
Yeah, he was so special. We should touch on some of the matches on this card. So Bret Hart had 2 really great matches earlier on in this card. He wrestled Razor Ramon in what was a phenomenal match. And then he has a instant clap with Mr. Perfect. I mean, Bret really went through the gauntlet here. Mr. Perfect got off easy because Mr. Hughes got disqualified, if you remember.
Okay, yeah. I do remember. I don't know that I've ever seen this pay-per-view, but I had a magazine that, like, you know how they would recap the pay-per-views or whatever on the WWF magazine?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I remember reading about it.
Oh, no, I watched this shit live. I was a young punk, and I looked at my grandmother, who was a massive Hulk Hogan fan. Because for all the talk about Hogan, you could tell that this was the end of his run because he didn't main event. He wasn't pre-main event, or he wasn't second to main event. He was in the very middle of the card with Yokozuna for the world title. And I remember once Hogan loses to Yokozuna, My grandmother's sitting there all like perturbed, like, "Oh my God, my Hulk Hogan! I can't believe he lost." And at this point, Bret had already worked. And I just look at him, and my dad whispers something in my ear, and I look at my grandmother, and she goes, "What happened?" And I go, "Hulk Hogan's old news. The future is now, and it's Bret Hart." As a little shit, a little 9-year-old boy being smart.
Did you get the sandal for that?
No. No. This was my dad's side of the family. My abuela, the one that like raised me, my mom,
Yeah.
like she's from my mom's side. My grandmother from my like dad's side, who was also Puerto Rican, so I could have called her abuela too, but it was easier for me to call one grandma, one abuela. She was really like funny. She was
Okay.
a really funny person, and she appreciated jokes like that.
Okay.
Yeah, she was real cool.
Yeah, that's.
I would not have been able to say that to my abuela. No way.
So you mentioned about Hogan working earlier in the card. Do you know why that is?
No, tell me.
He would do
I
this.
mean,
He would do this on house shows a lot too. If he wasn't going to go on last, he would go on fairly early, like fourth or fifth match, so that he could get back to the hotel while they were still serving room service.
Oh, okay. Well, at least it wasn't like a shitty thing like Brock Lesnar. You know what I mean? Like, well, I guess
Well, I'm not going on last. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, not quite like that.
But like,
'cause
Brock
obviously-
doesn't go home and
Yeah, I
Hogan
get
does
it.
for food. I'll do anything for food. So
Right, and I mean, when you're Hulk Hogan, I'm guessing you don't just want to walk into Denny's at 12 o'clock at night and let everyone.
yeah, I mean, I gotta be honest with you. Like, one of the craziest things ever was like having one of Ashley's like having one of her friends from work be like, "You said your husband's a wrestling fan, right?" And she's like, "Yeah." And she's like, "You want to tell him to go to the Middlesex Diner right now." And they didn't tell her why. And then I roll into the Middlesex Diner, and right at the fucking counter is Nikki Bella and John Cena.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so I was like, holy shit. Like, I was like, oh, I don't know what to do here. Like, do I eat? Like, I guess I'm going to sit down and eat. Like, I didn't bug them for photos or nothing. And I was really, like, nervous because I've always heard such horror stories. And I know for a fact that John Cena's an asshole. If he wants to be, he will be an asshole in public. Like,
Yeah,
he's respectful.
I've seen him the one where the guy's trying to take a picture or video or whatever, and he's
like
not having it.
Yeah. He's actually had 2 instances like that, and he never gets shouted out by like the media. He never gets shouted out by like TMZ. People just accept it because he's really respectful about it. I think the guy, when he was walking out of the restaurant, and the guy was trying to get photos with him, like that guy was being rude to John, and John he wouldn't give it back. He's just smarter than that guy. He's like, I'm not doing that. This match right here is phenomenal.
It is, and bro, I don't blame. Like, they have to have some semblance of a real life. So,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, can you imagine Bret going through this gauntlet of a pay-per-view? He works Razor Ramon, who's a pretty physical worker, but he's all around like work. He's more entertainment aspect than actual work ethic. And then he works Mr. Perfect, which is definitely like a banger of a match. They give it to each other well. And then he comes out here, and then for a good 20, 25 minutes, he just sells for Bam Bam Bigelow. Like, Bam Bam's just beating the crap out of him, dropping head drops on, headbutts on him and put him in, bear hugs, just working on his back, just little by little. I mean, just what a classic here we're watching.
I know Bret loved to work with Bam Bam. Like, they worked a lot together in Europe and stuff, and they would end up back in one of their hotel rooms and just like play wrestling and breaking the bed and stuff, just playing around, drinking beer and chasing girls.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah, so story like what you just told me about John Cena being at the diner or whatever. So a mutual friend of ours, John Bratz, we were talking a couple weeks ago, and he reminded me of when we were in high school, it would probably be right around 2000, 2001. His mom came home and she's like, I got these guys' autographs. I think they're in a band. And he looked at the piece of paper or whatever it was on. It was Edge and Christian.
Oh my God!
It must have worked Hershey or something. Yeah, and we were big fans of them back. Oh,
that poor little girl! Holy shit! If you're wondering why we're saying this, Bret Hart whips Bam Bam Bigelow into the barricade, and the old school barricade had no padding, and because he's so big, because he was about, I think, like anywhere, I think it was 390, right?
yeah, isn't that general?
It moves back and it disconnects, and there's this little girl wearing some Mary Janes in the front row, and it just knocks her knee with the metal, and you could tell her dad is checking on her immediately, like just starts grabbing her, like her poor little leg. You know, I talked about ring gear and looking like a wrestler and stuff like that. Bret Hart's gear has always been my favorite gear. No one will ever touch Bret. Like, he always just looks so clean. He looks so good. His boots, everything. I've never not liked a Bret Hart like wrestling outfit. Never.
Yeah, I like the more pink ones better. Like the ones that are like bright pink.
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually had an action figure with this particular or something similar.
That's an action figure Arthur wants me to buy him. I just can't find it anywhere. I swear, I was like, if I ever see this, oh my God, we got Luna Shawn. Unbelievable. What a classic Hall of Famer. Unbelievable, guys.
Yeah.
We got a sighting by Luna. I love it. I loved everything. I loved how she was able to take like Hawk from the Legion of Doom's like voice and turn it into her gimmick. Just loved it. Back in the day, guys, wrestling was just so much more fun.
Yeah, like, you're right.
You just feel like a kid. Like, I'm watching this, I'm picturing being in the living room, watching it with my grandparents and my dad, and just, you know, getting so upset right now. Like, remember when I told you we were at Raw and Brock Lesnar, he broke Cody Rhodes' arm? And Arthur was freaking out, like he was really crying. He was like, he broke his arm. Like, I remember just my heart, man. I loved it.
See, that's my feeling about like mid-90s WCW.
There's a false finish here?
Yeah.
I don't remember the false finish. Oh, because of Luna.
Wait, what?
I don't remember this. How long ago was it that I watched this match?
I don't remember this either.
Now, holy shit, Eric Bischoff. You had the ability to watch a false finish like this, and you still gave us the end of Starrcade 97? What a dumbass. Oh my God.
Well, I think we'll put a little blame on Mr. Bolea and Mr. Patrick on that one.
I don't think Nick Patrick, it was his fault. I think he was just like, he's a ref and he's following orders.
Just the wrong person's orders.
Agreed. Not disagreeing with you there. Unreal. Look at Bret. Oh, he just goes right back to work for him. I love it. The way Bret sold his... I love Bryan Danielson. I do. I love Eddie Guerrero, but when I watch Bret Hart work, I just feel like he was the perfect wrestler. Like, I don't know what he did that wasn't good.
I will be honest with you. I was today years old when I found out that happened. That false finish.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
I do not recall at all.
That's my favorite thing Bret does to sell, is the way he takes turnbuckle shots. And when he does it with his chest too. Like, oh, he's so good.
It was actually great, and then he just bounces back off onto Bam Bam, and his head is like at Bam Bam's chest.
Yeah, love it. Like, he's about to drop.
Like, if he wasn't leaning there, he would fall over, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So good. My God, Bret was so amazing. He looks so tired. His facial expressions.
You see what I mean when I say that he's the most realistic professional wrestler for me?
Absolutely. Patty Reed would say Brock Lesnar's the most realistic.
Well, sure.
I think we're thinking of different, like we're using the word realistic, but we're thinking of it differently. I think like Brock, his realism is because we know he could beat the shit out of you. Like
Right.
it's just that like that's a different type of realism.
Like
But
in Bret's case, he makes it seem like it's real.
Yeah. Like everything he does, everything he takes, like even now the way he's holding on and he's like screaming and writhing in pain. Like nobody takes bear hugs like this. Nobody. They're just the way, like, I just can't believe that, man. Oh, I feel like if I was a pro wrestler right now, I would definitely do like you know how like people wear certain styles of gear to like to like pay homage to the past. Like I feel like I would definitely have pink in my colors. Pink would definitely be a color for me. I always liked when Ziggler wore pink.
You want to join FTR and CM Punk?
They don't wear pink. Plus, they're like a mark out version of the Brainbusters. They're not even that great. Sit here and tell me nothing about the bring up Hart Foundation light during this classic. Oh my God, are you
Sorry,
all right?
guys? Sorry, guys. Yeah.
Drink some water.
I'm gonna need to get some water after this one.
Wow, man. After getting his ass kicked, we set up for that beautiful backdrop, that back body drop there, back side drop there. What an amazing spot by Bret Hart and Bam Bam. Bret is just gassed. He looks absolutely gassed. He's just laying there. He can't even open his eyes. I mean, Bret just selling the shit out of this match right here. He can't keep his, like, he can't get up. His legs are like, he just looks like he just ran a marathon. Oh, that was close to being a disaster. But it's just beautiful. Oh my God. Fucking amazing. What a match, guys. Sorry about the beginning of it. We just started talking about all these different matches and stuff, but we were like, this has got our juices flowing, guys. We're so excited about this. Like, I can't even tell you, like, this is one of my Mount Rushmore guys. This is one of the 4 for me. This is it. Like, Bret's my first WWF guy. Watching him work Bam Bam Bigelow here, and Bam Bam is one of my Mount Rushmore type of like heels. Like I didn't really know who to like back in the day. I tried to venture out and find my own people, and I wound up liking bad guys. Like perfect. You've heard me mention Rick Rude a lot on this. On our next creator card, I will make sure. Yeah. When we go back, I will make sure to put a Rick Rude match on there. I have a particular one in mind, one of my favorite. It actually has Harley Race walks him to the ring. It's good. It's a good match. Rick Rude walks in as the world heavyweight champion. We'll definitely watch that match because it's one of my favorites. But like I love the bad guys, and you weren't supposed to back then. Wrestling was supposed to be real, quote unquote. So you're supposed to hate the bad guys. Just like Heath Ledger's Joker says, like, I'm not crazy. I'm ahead of the curve. Like that's, he does it a little different though. You know what I mean? It's perfect when he does it.
It is perfect.
It's just like, I'm not crazy. I'm just ahead of the curve. Just perfect.
So trivia question. Do you know what the 4 stars on the back of Bret's tights signify?
No, I've always wanted to know that. What are they?
It's one for each of his kids.
Oh, man. Holy shit. I never knew that, man. Never. Oh, my God. Did you see the way oh, my God. Did you see that? Are you in shock?
I'm trying to see something.
The way he just threw.
It's also the same reason for the hearts going down the leg.
Okay. Guys, if you're wondering what I just
So it's
freaked out
actually
about,
the Hearts, I think, not the Stars.
oh, okay. If you're wondering what I just freaked out about, Bret Hart just threw Bam Bam Bigelow over the top rope. And as he does so, Bam Bam does a perfect like front flip, almost like kids do on like the monkey bars. And his head hits like it handstands, like a headstand on top of the apron of the ring and just plops over. And then Bret hits him with a plancha to the outside. Oh my God. Wow. Look at just the way Bret works. The crispness. He hits the middle rope clothesline, the rush leg sweep. He goes for the knee. Oh no. The Bulldog. Oh. Guys, Bret Hart was just unbelievable.
I will say this: Bam Bam just kind of looked stupid, where he just like positioned himself perfectly to take the Bulldog.
Yes. Well, back in the day, you were supposed to sell, and then the way you get up, you're supposed to get up so you could take the next move.
Well, like he got up facing him, and then he just kind of wandered and spun around.
Oh. So, wrestling fun fact, guys, wrestling 101. Do you know that there's actually a specific way you're supposed to get up from your back in pro wrestling? You're supposed to get up and your left leg is supposed to go over your right leg. So you stand up. When you're laying on your back, you get picked up. Somebody grabs your hair and they go to pick you up. You move towards your right and your left leg goes over your right leg. And then you get up that way. Oh, and the victory roll. What a phenomenal match. Bret comes in at the end with constant offense, and he just wraps it up. It's like he just took the beating. He plays Muhammad Ali in this match to George Foreman at the Rumble in the Jungle. That's the equivalent of this match, guys. That's the best comparison I got. He gets a celebration with Macho Man Randy Savage. Ooh, yeah. What a phenomenal match here, guys. He's just gassed. You could tell Bret, like, he's not faking this, guys. I firmly believe that by the end of this show, he was completely out of it. Just completely out of it. What'd you think of the end there, Tyler?
It's a great match, and the finish. They'd asked him not to win any of his matches with the sharpshooter, so.
Well, if anybody could do that, it's definitely the excellence of execution. The best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. All right, guys, we're going to take a break right now. Tyler's going to go get a swig of water, and we'll be right back with our co-main event of the evening. This is going to be a good one, some Attitude Era wrestling, so we're looking forward. All right, guys, we are back for our co-main event of the evening, and this is Prime Attitude Era. But before I go into it, before me and Tyler go into this match and we watch it with you and let you know the timestamp and what season and what episode to watch, we have to talk about the ending of the King of the Ring. So Bret Hart goes up to get his coronated as the new King of the Ring to have Jerry Lawler come out and throw a temper tantrum. For Bret to accuse him of not having integrity and not competing in the King of the Ring tournament, and then saying the only king you're king of is Burger King. And as Jerry Lawler cheap shots him and just essentially just beats him to a pulp, and that's how the show goes off the air, the crowd the entire time is chanting Burger King. What an ending, man. What a great ending. Just so amazing. And it leads right into their next match, which is the Kiss My Foot match, which was really disgusting. If you watch that match, if you watched it, like Bret actually take his shoe off and put his toe in Lawler's mouth, it's just one of the grossest things I've ever seen. Anyway.
Yeah.
Are we ready for the co-main event of the evening? Tyler picked this match out of fucking nowhere. He just pulls it out. And this match right here is the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold Steve Austin versus the British Bulldog Davey Boy Smith and the King of Hearts himself, Owen Hart. What a great tag match. Earlier in this Raw, I believe Shawn and Austin just kind of go at it. They don't like each other. They're forced to work this match together. And what a phenomenal match. So, guys, this is from the May 26, 1997 Monday Night Raw, and this is Season 5, Episode 21. Tyler, would you like to tell us what the timestamp is?
Yeah, I had let's see, it is 112.51.
112.51. And as we pick up right here, we see the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels walking down to the ring, doing his classic twirl, wearing his Texas tights. Those are those are some of the cleanest tights he's ever performed in. I'm a big fan of those tights. Like them very much. Shawn was definitely at the height of his I don't know, sexuality, I would say, because the way he performs coming to the ring now, it's full on Chippendales dancer. It's got the earrings and everything. I mean, Shawn was a special talent. There's a reason he's considered the GOAT by many.
I know him in the minority. Um, I like this Shawn Michaels better than the second run.
Okay. All right.
In the ring, obviously.
Oh, that. Ooh, that's a good statement. That's interesting. We might have to check that. One of our creative cards might have to be Shawn Michaels. We might have to do a 6-match one, 3 pre-injury, 3 after injury, to see if you guys agree with Tyler's statement here. As we see Stone Cold Steve Austin walk to the ring here, I mean, he's looking kind of lean. He definitely put on some muscle mass, some more weight by the next year. He's definitely in the beginning of his Stone Cold Steve Austin run, where he's starting, he's skyrocketing at this point, guys. It is just, it's a rocket strap, and he's going to the moon. One of the most special talents.
So you said they got into it earlier in the show. Is that where Shawn came out rocking the Homer Simpson shirt?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Homer. My dog's name was Homer. It was amazing. Beautiful pit bull. Lasted 14 years, guys. Over life expectancy.
He was a wonderful dog.
Yeah, amazing dog. As we see the entire Hart Foundation at the top of the ramp here, we see Bret the Hitman Hart, the loose cannon Brian Pillman. We see Jim the Anvil Neidhart, and we see the British Bulldog and Owen Hart. Owen Hart was the Intercontinental Champion at this point. He was the Slammy Award winner at this time, double Slammy Award winner at this time. What a great team. As we see them walk to the ring, they were also the tag team champions. So believe it or not, Owen Hart was a double champ. Oh my God, we get started right away with Shawn Michaels to a suicide dive. And right away, we go right into the main feud. Now, all of these, the 4 of these, this was a great match because you look at it, this was feuds. These were individual feuds for each guy. Owen Hart feuded with Steve Austin at this point, and Shawn Michaels on again, off again feud with the British Bulldog.
Yeah, he obviously is the one that ends up taking the European title off of Bulldog. Also, I know there were several dates in the summer where they were supposed to be working house shows together, and then after Shawn and Bret had their little brouhaha, and Shawn was off the road for a while again. It didn't happen, but I know that one show in particular I was supposed to go to, that he was supposed to face Bulldog for the title, and not only did the match not happen, but the show actually ended up getting moved, and it ended up being that Raw. I don't even remember. It was a flag match.
Yeah.
Taker, Austin.
What a bump. What a bump.
Shawn Michaels clearly been watching Ric Flair.
Well, I mean, that's his boy. That's his favorite. That's his GOAT. Oh, the eye poke. I love it. So, guys, if you missed anything, if you're not watching, we got to see Stone Cold Steve Austin do a lot of Bret Hart style moves, like the elbow drop off the middle rope. He goes for the sharpshooter for British Bulldog to get annoyed with him and try to brush him as he goes to the ring. We see him work on Owen Hart's arm and then go to tag in Shawn Michaels. And now Shawn Michaels is definitely on another level at this point. I mean, this is special Shawn Michaels right here. This is a different type of worker. His speed in the ring at this point was extraordinary.
Yeah, this is his first. This is his first match back from the knee injury, and he decided that because everyone was saying that he had faked it, that he was just going to shove it up their ass and have one of his best matches ever.
Yeah, it's such a great match. Steve Austin working pretty classic. He's not quite working like a brawler yet. He's doing a lot of midsection maneuvers, kick to the midsection, like as he's holding the legs and stuff. I love the tagging between Shawn and Austin here. They're working as like a cohesive unit, almost like they had been working together for an extended period of time. As we get a backstage shot of Hawk and Animal, the Legion of Doom, watching this match from afar. I mean, unbelievable.
Yeah,
Finally, the bad guys.
they would face the winners the next week.
Yeah, I mean, as we're looking at this match, Owen Hart distracts Steve Austin, only for the British Bulldog to get him from behind. And now we have Owen Hart versus Austin to the outside as Owen is just pounding him down. I mean, it's unbelievable. If you're wondering if we have love for the Hart Foundation, we've got Owen Hart match on here. We've got a Bret Hart match on here. And clearly we had to have like Shawn Michaels on here. So
Yeah, I think this is oh, no ad. Wow.
yeah.
I think this is the best Bret ever was as far as talking.
Yeah.
During this era, I have so much love for this particular run of Monday Night Raw from I guess it would be about the time that Shawn loses his smile till the end of the year. I think it was just great week after week. I just think like it was the level of they raised their game so much from it was and I love the new generation. I'm one of these people who actually and I think it's for pure nostalgia, but I really like 1995, whereas a lot of people just think it was a garbage year.
My God. I'm sorry. I am listening to you. I don't want to seem. I'm just really into this match.
You're just really concerned with Shawn's nuts right now.
I'm just watching Shawn Michaels work right now, and I'm seeing this. I hate to say it because of the talent in and out of the ring right now, but Shawn is just showing the world how he is by far the best wrestler of that era. I mean, the way he's selling, his movements, every move that he does, it flows from one to the next, and it all makes sense. It's not just like moves thrown together to pop a crowd.
Right.
I mean, geez, even the way he takes the slingshot, Bulldog didn't place it correctly, which was an issue for bigger guys back then, not being able to pay attention to the basics of wrestling. He doesn't place it correctly, and Shawn has to really toss himself to there, and he barely hits the top rope with his chin. I mean, just classic Shawn getting thrown into the ropes. Oh,
does
and
the Flair
finish.
bomb.
1, 2. Oh, the British Bulldog with a running slam. Oh my God! As you notice, people didn't kick out of that move. That was his finisher. And it was amazing. And Steve Austin comes out for to get the separation. Ooh, no real tag here. Uh-oh. Oh, nice. Look at that. Wow, he got some height on that leg drop. Owen Hart, man. What a special guy. I wish we would have gotten more of him. Unfortunately, this is the last year that he graces us with his existence. This is the year that he passes away.
No, it isn't.
But yeah, it is 97.
He died in 99.
Did he die in 99? I thought it was 97. I thought it was 13, so it was 15 when he died. Wow.
Over the Edge 99.
Ugh. I guess I just blocked out that memory, I guess, then. Yeah. Well,
we got
you're probably
2
right.
more years ago.
Bret was in WCW. You're absolutely right. Well, then I misspoke. I I killed him off 2 years earlier. I apologize.
Unfortunately, due to some other circumstances, this is probably the last great year we have from him.
Yeah, I wonder if he leaves and he follows Bret to WCW if we ever get if he sticks around. I mean, we don't know what the plan is in life, but I can't imagine that was a part of his actual plan or the plan for him.
No, and I don't think they were. I don't think it would have been allowed. In fact, I believe, in order for him to stay, he was given a contract extension and a raise. If I remember correctly.
What is it with the leg drops here? Yeah, I guess I don't really know that.
And if you know anything about Owen, he was all about his family and saving money and making as much as he could to Bret so that he could go home. So when he's offered, the extension and the raise, he takes it, and but unfortunately, creatively, they just kind of after that it seemed like it was a lot of dry time.
Yeah, I love the classic heel tag team tactic here that's not used today, which is like the baby faces gets the tag, but the referee wasn't looking, so the guy who comes in for hot tag needs to go right back out to the apron.
Yeah, you don't see it very often anymore. It is phenomenal. Yeah. Well, because WWE doesn't do a lot of tag team wrestling, and AEW doesn't have rules.
What a back bump off the middle rope there. Definitely whiplashed his head. A rare cross body block from Shawn Michaels to the outside or to Owen Hart. Oh, that's a classic Owen Hart move right there. The heel kick. Just unreal. 1, 2, 3 kids finisher.
Yeah. Finisher.
What's wrong with that? That's a solid move.
I understand. I'm just saying he didn't win very many matches.
That is true. Unfortunately, too, because he was a special talent.
Yeah, I agree. This is my favorite.
Now we got the tag.
My favorite of the new generation before I became a huge Shawn Michaels fan.
Steve Austin had such great punches, man.
Yes.
Once again, punches are missing from today's professional wrestling. I say that because I just watched Jerry Lawler beat the crap out of Bret Hart, and he was doing his punches, and I always thought to myself, man, Jerry does unbelievable punches. Oh, sweet chin music.
He's actually known for having some of the best punches in the business.
Unbelievable. Stone Cold Steve Austin and the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels pick up the win, but only to be pummeled by the Hart Foundation after the match. So the finish goes like this, guys. If you're not watching along with us, Shawn Michaels hits the super kick on British Bulldog. And as he hits the super kick, they do win the tag titles here. We do have new tag team champions. That's right. I guess I should say that. And new WWF tag team champions. But because just because Steve Austin and Shawn Michaels weren't actually a real team, they were kind of thrown together. Steve Austin just leaves them and attacks Bret Hart right at the top of the apron. I mean, just classic right here. Oh, he's hitting his knee. Bret working injured, and he's just selling for him. Oh, there we go. Now we get the Hart Foundation attacking Steve Austin. Oh, what a great little match there. A good little palate cleanser. Like, we just had a 5-course meal, and we decided to eat our sorbet before eating our, before eating the end of our meal here. What a classic little match there. Not too long. And now we're going to head into our main event of the evening, guys. So we're going to stop the video right here, and we'll be right back with our main event. And guys, we are back for the main event of the evening. Sting versus Diamond Dallas Page for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. Guys, if you want to watch along with us, once again, I'm going to give you the timestamp and the season and episode. This is season 5, episode 17. It is the April 26th, 1999 edition of Monday Nitro. And in this match, we are clocked in at 41 minutes and 19 seconds. Tyler, you ready?
Let's go.
Play. As we see my absolute favorite wrestler ever walk to the ring, the Stinger. Steve Borden himself looking nice and tan. Looks like he got that fixed from 2 years earlier. So that's pretty cool. You know, he's looking pretty lean.
Looks like he's been hitting the gym too, yeah?
Yeah, he definitely looks good. You know, from Venice Beach, California, weighing in at 6'2", 252 pounds. This is That's right, guys. I know the man's entrance. I love him that much. He is my guy. I will argue with anybody. One of the greatest professional wrestlers ever. Argue with your fucking abuela or whatever you call her in your language. He is one of the best. He looks annoyed, though. But after having to sit there with a yellow notepad with Dallas Page in the back, I'm sure he's annoyed. I'm sure he's annoyed. DDP and Macho Man Randy Savage were very unique with needing to write down every detail of every single match.
Do you think that's why their matches are so good together?
Probably, yeah. We'll have to throw some of their matches on whenever we do next create a card. And here we go, baby. We got Diamond Dallas Page with unique entrance, self high five, bang. Coming in, he's got the title wrapped around backwards. He spins it around. I mean, God, I wish people would do that today. Looks amazing. Diamond Dallas Page is World Heavyweight Champion in WCW. It was a short run, but such a great run. Such great matches he had with Kevin Nash, with Goldberg. Yeah, I said that right. With Goldberg.
Yeah. He is Goldberg's best match ever.
No question. No question. A close second to that is probably the Dolph Ziggler match. That match was really good for Goldberg too, the old Goldberg. But
okay,
yeah.
I like the Lesnar match from Mania.
Oh, that was pretty nice too. I love it. Love it. Look, Diamond Dallas Page just being like this.
Yeah. So, fun fact: they're talking about in order not to get sued by Nirvana, they slowed it down just enough that they would not be sued.
Yeah.
For the entrance. I remember the first time I heard, because I was late to the Nirvana party because, I mean, Kurt died when I was, in grade school. I was not 10.
He died in 84.
I was not 10 because I'm born in not 84.
You're not born in 84?
Not at all. No, sir.
Oh, my God. All right, my bad. Go ahead.
Anyway.
About your age on here. Go ahead.
Nah. I'm born in 85. Thank you very much.
All right, whatever. February, baby. Can't complain. My daughter's birthday's in February too.
Two days after mine.
Later. Yeah.
Anyway, so I was late to the party. Kurt had been dead about 10 years. It would have been like the fall or like right around Christmas of 04 because I bought your brother-in-law a Kurt Cobain biography.
Yeah, Mike's he's a big Nirvana fan, big Kurt Cobain fan.
Yeah, ask him where his Nirvana Unplugged CD is. See if he knows.
I will. I'll see him. I'll see him next weekend. I think I might even see him Sunday. To be honest, that's right. So I'll ask him.
Yeah. He may have gotten another. He may have gotten another copy, and he may not know.
Yeah, I know. I bought him the vinyl for Christmas once, so. He's really into vinyls. Man, I gotta say, I don't know where Sting got the idea to wrap his boots in white tape, but I really thought it looked good with his gear. Oh, yeah. I just love the way these guys sold, man.
So I'll finish the story though. The first time I heard "It Smells Like Teen Spirit," I was like, "Holy shit! It's DDP's music."
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, did you know that a lot of wrestlers back in the day used a lot of classic? There was the Offspring, I believe, "Come Out and Play." Wasn't that Raven's song? in
Uh,
ECW?
I could not tell you that. I know ECW liberally borrowed some theme songs.
Yeah. It is cool to see Rob Van Dam in AEW right now rocking the walk theme. Like I haven't it's so weird because I haven't seen him use that theme in so long, but it makes sense because he's tagging with Hook right now. So it absolutely makes sense for him to use like his ECW theme, especially since Hook is like, you know, trying to rock the ECW stuff. Just
Yeah,
love this match.
I think they're already done with that. Because I think Hook is teaming up with Orange Cassidy now.
Oh, that's a waste of Orange Cassidy.
Uh,
Probably
I
a top
kind of,
worker in that whole fucking company, and you put him with probably the greenest guy in the business.
I think I like their vibe though.
I guess I just kind of see Orange Cassidy as a world heavyweight champion, in my opinion. Like,
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. Big
I feel
fan.
like I feel like he should be in the world title picture. What a waste. Like at least have him have some big feuds with big names. You know what I mean?
To be
Like,
honest, I think they're giving him a little bit of a break.
yeah, I get it. He's in his 30s now. You don't want to you want him to work well into his 40s, and if that's the plan for the company and stuff, then it makes
I think
sense.
he
I
worked
do
his
think
ass
that
off, and I think he is a little banged up.
yeah. And I loved Sting's clotheslines, man. They just they look clean. They don't look like they hurt you. I took a clothesline from Dan Moff once, and I thought he was gonna murder me because he used to do this, like it was his gimmick. Like the Hit Squad would go, ooh, 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 and then he would like haul it back like a slingshot and then just wail you, and it always looked brutal. If you get a chance, go back and YouTube the Hit Squad and the way Dan Moff just like clotheslines people. You'll see what I'm talking about. I took that clothesline at training, and I didn't feel a fucking thing. He's like, it's all the way you sell it. I was shocked. I thought he was gonna kill me. He definitely scared the crap out of us.
Right?
Yeah. I love it. Just Diamond Dallas Page being the classic heel here. It's going out there, spitting the water towards Sting, almost poking fun at the game.
Yeah, it's crazy to think of DDP as a heel because he was a babyface for so long.
Well, yeah, he was a heel here. No, actually, he wasn't. He started as a heel. That's what he started as in.
Well, yeah, he did, but like
What a weird sweep there.
right around the time that the NWO was trying to get him to join, so that would be like late '96. So for over 2 years, he was the baby face. Right, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Arguably
yeah,
the
Diamond
top.
Dallas Page. What?
Arguably the top baby face in the company.
Yeah, no, he's wrestling that guy right now. So watch your mouth. Watch your
Listen,
mouth.
he didn't go to the gym.
You. Watch your
He didn't
mouth.
go to the gym. He wasn't tan.
Listen, you fuck. All right. You made me change the TH for an F. Watch your mouth. No, I actually agree with Diamond Dallas Page and Eric Bischoff in saying that WWE really missed the boat. He should have worked The Rock at least one time. It should have been People's Champ versus People's Champ. That would have been a great way to bring them in. I don't know why they didn't do it that way. DDP was super over. Even when he was unveiled as the Stalker, people were excited, and then they just ruined him.
Yeah, I don't see people. People just talk about that being such a shitty story, and I'm like, no, it's the way it was booked after he's revealed that sucked.
Yeah.
Like if he's stalking the Undertaker's wife, like to mess with the Undertaker, that's a good story. It's when the fact that he gets pinned by her that and she's not even a wrestler.
Yeah.
But
We should say ex-wife because I don't want to meet Michelle McCool one day and have her punch me in the face.
Right.
I love it. This is part of the reason why I love this match so much. They extended it. They go to the outside. They have a little bit of a war out there. They're wrestling in the back for the fans that can't see the ring. I mean, because you can clearly tell like this side of the audience can't really see the ring.
Yeah. How pissed would you be? You show up at the show, you've got floor seats, you're excited, then you realize, oh man, I can't even see the ring.
I would be very angry. Look at that little boy rocking Sting paint on the other side. We got a Sting poster with the scorpion. I mean, I loved it. I love the sign era of professional wrestling. I'm sure it was annoying to be there live and to have somebody put their sign up in front of you, but watching it at home, the sign era was amazing. Remember playing like SmackDown like versus Raw and seeing like all of the signs in the audience as you're playing and stuff. Just unreal.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Well, don't sound too excited about it.
No, it was. I remember I would play SmackDown versus Raw as I think it was number 2, SmackDown 2, and I would play as Jeff Hardy because I could do his finish. I suck at video games and I can never do people's finishers.
It was one button, man.
Listen, I suck. I'm willing to admit it.
I was a PlayStation guy. I like SmackDown. Here Comes the Pain. SmackDown. SmackDown. Here Comes the Pain. SmackDown versus Raw. Like the first one, the one with John Cena and Randy Orton on the cover. Those are my favorite ones. I like the one with Batista on the cover too. Yeah, those were just really good ones. Once they changed the controls and made it that it was more analog based, I'm not able to play anymore. Like I have SmackDown versus Raw 2K. I mean, I have WWE 2K. Like I believe the last one I purchased, where I just realized I'm not good at video games anymore, is the one with Becky Lynch and Roman on the cover. And then I was just like, yeah, I'm done. Like I'm not good at video games anymore. Oh, what a back drop. Why do I keep calling it a back body drop? God damn it. No, yeah, I love it.
I could the one I could play was WCW versus the World.
Yeah, baby. I love that one. They had the great Sasuke, had the great Muta, Yuji Nagata.
They had Muta, but he wasn't Muta.
Yeah, he wasn't the great Muta. Yeah,
it was Bad Blood.
Yeah, I wonder why they.
I would always play as him, because his character did a super kick, and I was a Shawn Michaels fan.
Oh, nah. Obviously, I always played his thing.
I won beat the whole game with him. Unlocked what he considered a heavyweight or cruiserweight, because I
love this spot. Sting did this a lot. Loved it. Kind of did like the Ric Flair drop right on your testicles. Oh, just what a great spot, man.
Oh, man.
Just took it. He just slowly falls. He's sitting there and he's swaying. And you got DDP just sitting there and he just drops. Boom, headbutt. Just unbelievable. What a great spot. DDP didn't do too great a job selling here, though. I would have sold it like he crushed my nuts or something. I don't know why he didn't sell it that well. Uh-oh. We got to run in?
Do I?
Yeah, do you have a run-in over there? Somebody about to jump in the camera?
No, my roommate just came in and went upstairs. I just waved at him.
Oh, okay. I mean, guys, we're about 13 minutes into this match, and it is just a banger. This might be the longest match of the night. It's pretty good that we made it at the main event. Just watching the classic, thinking about the length of this match, knowing what we know about Diamond Dallas Page and how he likes to plan things out.
My God.
Yeah. I mean, can you imagine the amount of notepads?
No wonder they couldn't go on right after the promo segment.
Yeah. Probably weren't done scripting the match together yet.
And Page had to write Gone with the Wind before he could get out there.
Yeah.
We love DDP here, guys. Like,
absolutely.
It's a little
you know
friendly
what?
teasing.
I'm gonna mark out a little bit. I don't even think I ever ever did that. Sting doesn't have them in the match. But they are my work gloves. I'm gonna rock my mechanics gloves like Sting.
Oh my
Marking
God.
out a little bit. You can't
You
really see
brought,
what they're my
you
mechanics
brought
gloves.
props.
I love it. He's my guy. Would you believe
This-
it? In my real life, I have Sting mechanics gloves for work. I was like,
I would believe that, yes.
yes. I just ordered the black and white ones that Sting used to wear. These are just gray on gray. They're for grip, so I can grab stuff.
This Pendeo brought props.
I didn't. I just thought about it. I was like, wait, Sting doesn't have his gloves on, and I was like, you know what? I got my gloves. I love it. I wonder why Diamond Dallas Page keeps doing like this, like clown shit to the fans.
He's a heel. He's a heel.
He's a really good heel, man. Like he didn't do it enough, but he was a really good heel. He was a really good heel in Ready to Rumble. Tyler, we should do that, man. We should watch Ready to Rumble and then and do a podcast and talk about how obnoxiously poor that movie is.
It's so bad. It is so bad. It also led to a David Arquette world title run.
Yeah, Bischoff has said that's a big mistake he made.
Yeah, no shit.
Oh, here we go. Bring him in. He's got Sting in the corner, about to do the Bret Hart. He might do the figure 4 on the corner there. He's just whipping Sting's leg against it. Literally the only part of the match that made zero sense to me, because I don't think Sting really sells this knee injury the whole match. I mean, he's selling it now, but I think for the rest of the match, he's pretty stable. He's pretty normal. DDP, baby. I do frequent the DDPY, guys. It is good for you, good for your flexibility. You know, not like I'm trying to get plugged by Diamond Dallas Page, but I mean, I absolutely would. You know.
You let Diamond Dallas Page plug you, would you?
Yeah, absolutely. This is a PG show, guys.
It is?
Tyler trying to take it. Tyler trying to make it rated X. X for mature. Look at the way DDP sells these punches. Sting had really
X
punches.
for mature.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah. Look at these atomic drops to Diamond Dallas Page.
Yeah, he's gonna have a little bit harder time plugging Lewis now.
I absolutely loved it. Wow, there you go. I absolutely love the way Sting did like his Bulldog. I don't know. Oh, one of Sting's finishers from the 80s coming up right here with the splash off the top rope. Underrated flyer. Love this splash. Always looks so clean. Oh, he's won world titles with that move, guys. He beat Lex Luger for the world title, and he beat Vader with the same move. Best off the top rope splash in the business. Come at me, Jimmy Snuka. Come at me, Usos. Sting had the best off the top rope splash in the business. As you can see, guys, my rationale in professional wrestling is completely left, and I am completely marking out for the Stinger right now. like, don't know if you guys are going to find this funny. I'm sure it will play well in the comments.
Uh-huh.
I can't do it. I can't watch the man and not feel like a little boy watching him all over again. I'm almost 40, and I'm watching him like I'm a toddler. Like, I'm excited. He's my guy. Oh, my God, Tyler. Are you all right over there?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Just sitting over there.
Just watching the match.
I got a little narcolepsy going on here.
Don't tell. I mean, maybe the fans wouldn't notice that if you don't point it out.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Unbelievable. I always loved the Jawbreaker. Always thought it was a good reversal. We got Sting throwing him off here. We're getting ready for it. Getting ready for one of the most underrated spots in pro wrestling. I've talked about this on many occasions. I love it. Look at this. And here we go. Give it to me. Oh, is he hits every single turnbuckle 3 times and saves the face smash for the actual mat. Guys, this match is 20 minutes in on a live Monday Nitro. That's right.
Which was amazing.
Sit-out powerbomb.
Considering the fact that I believe both of these guys would have to work again later.
Yeah, man, but they're solid. Look at Sting selling that powerbomb, barely being able to get up. Unbelievable. Guys, if you don't know the story as to why he's the Crow Sting, he was trying to come up with a new character, and he's growing his hair out. He had grown tired of being bleach blonde and having to exhaust all of that time to keep his hair short and blonde and all that. You know, a lot of our watchers, and you know, we sometimes like to grow beards, grow our hair out. And he didn't want to do that anymore. So he talks to Eric Bischoff, tells him he's changing his look. He just kind of starts growing his hair out. And Scott Hall had just watched The Crow, and he offered it up to the Stinger. And from the way Eric Bischoff talks about it, he said Sting's eyes were wide-eyed. They were excited.
Yeah, what? So he's talking to him, and he's like, "Are you gonna keep doing the smiley guy gimmick?" And Sting's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Have you ever seen the movie The Crow?" And so he's describing it. Yeah.
Boom!
Gonna have this match. He was gonna keep the gimmick or whatever, and but you know, Scott Hall asked him, "Have you ever seen The Crow?" And anyway, so he tells him like, "I'm not saying rip off Taker, but maybe you should rip off Taker."
I love it. The reversal for the tombstone for Tombstone. Sting just hit a weird variation of a pile driver before this right here, where he hits a pile driver, but he drops to his knees. And then they use the actual tombstone. I mean, what a solid match.
It's just ironic because considering we're talking about ripping off Taker, right?
Yeah, right at the perfect spot, too. What a great spot you picked that in. Oh, what a beautiful DDT referee way there. I mean, not great awareness by the referee.
It's a great DDT by DDP.
My God. I feel like Tyler might have gotten a swig of some vodka. Last time he probably thought it was water. Oh, I'm pretty sure he nailed Sting right in the jewels. And here it is, my favorite finish of ever. He tries to hit the diamond cutter, only for Sting to reverse it, run out, and there it is, the Scorpion Death Drop. 1, 2, 3. And the new WCW World Heavyweight Champion, Sting! Yeah, I did pull my mic away from because I didn't want to completely be yelling in there. Sting just holding up the world title, guys. I mean, what a classic match. My favorite, all-time favorite wrestling Sting match. Just classic 23 minutes of this match, and it's beautiful for a live show like this. Only for Sting and Diamond Dallas Page to go on to the end and just completely, you know, bang out in a main event, a schmoz of a main event. Just to give you a spoiler alert, Sting does wind up dropping the World Heavyweight Championship in a fatal 4-way later on with Diamond Dallas Page. Look at this guy. Diamond Dallas Page. Fuck. Diamond Dallas Page, Kevin Nash, Goldberg, and the Stinger. It is absolutely a classic Monday Nitro. Eric Bischoff did say he did not understand why he had Sting drop the title later on. But as for the match itself, it was a classic match. We got to see Sting walk to the back. He does accept the match later. But thank you so much, guys, for joining us on Create a Card. We look forward to it. We have a great show planned for you next week as we're going to do a 5-match on one specific wrestler, and we will not tell you who it is because we're excited. So please tune in. Let us know if you like this episode. We're very excited. Obviously, Tyler has worn his ass out. He got to see his Shawn Michaels. I don't know what to tell you. But I'm excited, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. And until next time, we're out.